Why don't you tell me about where you were when the flood started happening?
Well, actually, it was around 5:15 in the morning when we got our first call from the call center,
Hmm.
and we were shocked, and so we immediately had our two people on call to go take care of that particular homeowner. Well, before we knew it, we were getting one call after another. It was nonstop, and we had everybody coming in. We got a hold of all of our team members, and everybody came in and loaded up the trucks and got going, and we just did, basically we just had a list, and we were just telling people, at that point, we have you on a list, we're going to take care of you as soon as we can, but we also encourage them to call other companies. We just want to make sure they got on everybody's list,
Right.
because we didn't expect it to be that bad. We knew that there was bad weather coming, and they were talking about some flooding, but we never expected it to be at that level. We didn't know that the little bridges and dams were going to break and things like that would cause more damage.
Right, right. What did you hear from your staff as they were working? Like, I assume that you may have been here or somewhere else where they would come back and maybe check in. Was there anything that they experienced, or would they just say, "Wow, Lucia, this is worse than we thought"?
Right, that's what they were saying. They were saying, they couldn't get from one place to the other because the dams and the bridges were out. And so what would take maybe 20 minutes to get to a certain location was taking them an hour or even longer. So, we immediately, we realized that this was really, really big. So we called Paul Davis National, and we informed them that this was way bigger than we ever thought. And they managed to get a truck, and this started on, it was on a Sunday morning that it started. And by Monday, they were already dispatching a big 18-wheeler tractor trailer truck with tons of equipment, thousands of pieces of equipment that we could use, and they sent some other people too from National, so
Right.
we were able to get some extra help.
Right. Speaking of staff, are there any staff members that you want to kind of thank for their time that were here that kind of did a big?
Oh my goodness, our staff, no one was complaining about the hours that they put in, but they worked really pretty much till 10, 11, even as late as midnight, because there's just no way. You can't leave until you've dried out a structure properly, and if you've gotten all the equipment set up and made sure that the equipment stays on, because sometimes you can things can get turned off because you're using too much power. So you had to make sure everything was good, and they would take care of everything before they left. So it would take them till very late, and they worked every day, including Saturdays and Sundays, for about 2 straight weeks. And then we finally were able to take the weekends and reduce it down to maybe just a Saturday, and we were able to give everybody some time off. But no one complained about that. They were all here. They all did that for us.
Good. I'm glad, and I know a lot of other people are really appreciative of that too. What was the response like from? You helped a lot of families in residential areas. What was the response like from them after they saw the work that your staff had done?
Well, the work that we did, they were very happy with. Sometimes we had to take away a lot of the drywall, maybe even 2 stories of drywall to get, and remove insulation. We had to do some major work, but it was all necessary. It was all very necessary. Otherwise, within 3 to 4 days, you're going to start seeing mold. So you have to remove all that drywall. You have to get rid of all the wet carpet. You have to get it to that point and then set up your equipment. So the people were very grateful that we were able to help them and save their home. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
A lot of the people, there were people that didn't have as much damage. They might have had a shingle that blew off or something minor. That they didn't have the flooding. They had shingle problems up on the roof, and they maybe had a little bit of dripping in the home. But it was a type of thing that only happened because of the excessive amount of rain that we had. I mean, it wasn't a typical thing. And those people were very understanding, actually. They said, okay, no, I know people have worse problems than this, so we took care of those. And then when we could, we got around to the ones that had minor things going on. So there was like a triage type thing going on.
Well, luckily it's been about 2 years since we've had a flood, but in case,
Oh, thank goodness, yeah.
yes, so no
We're not-
natural disasters
Nobody wants
recently.
that ever.
Right.
Nobody.
So, but for an individual who may be going through some type of issue with their home,
Mhm.
what do people need to contact you for, and where can they contact you?
Well, we are available 24/7. And our main number, which is 803-796-4343, is always transferred over to an answering service. We always have 2 people that are on call 24/7. I mean, if there is an emergency, we'll, get our crews out there. And the other thing, we're on Facebook. We also have a website that's wonderful to look at. It's pauldaviscolumbia.com.
Okay.
pauldaviscolumbia.com, I'm sure.
Okay.
And I think that's about it, but we do handle emergencies 24/7, whether fire or smoke damage,
Okay.
water, and it doesn't have to be a flood. I mean, it's
Mhm.
usually just a washing machine overflow or
Yeah, which can
a
affect a
pipe or
lot.
something. Yes. So we take care of all that, and of course, if you happen to come to your home and there was a pipe that burst and you might have water, you might also have mold that grew if you were on vacation for extended period of time or something, we can take care of the mold too.
Absolutely.
So, and we work with the insurance company so that we can get everything to them and they can, approve the estimate and everything.
Well,
So,
good. I'm good. That takes the stress off the actual
the
homeowner that's
homeowners.
going through the issue. Lucia, thank you for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to be here.
Thank you.
And everybody, she did mention that they are on Facebook. They are actually tagged in the caption to this video below. So if you want to just click on that to have an easy way to get in touch with them, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we'll see you at our next live video. Again, my name is Connor Watkins with the Greater Lexington Chamber and Visitor Center. Good day.